So it's getting darker outside right now. This is the 11th of December. We're 10 days from the solstice. And the sun that's inside of us can begin to kind of curl down. I found myself sleeping in a little ball like a hamster this morning. And the front body closing is calming to the nervous system, and it's one of the reasons that we tend to make that shape. But our emotions and functioning in the world, I found my thoughts turning inward and downward and heavy-hearted. And instead, this sequence is going to lift and open the chest, and particular up through the fronts of the thighs, so that as you arrive and you lengthen through the thighs and you lift through the chest, that there's a return to the self that you know, that's possessed of great light and height. And so this is a remedy for the darker days. We'll have 60-minute practice, and then we will have a little bit of breath at the end and a good long Shavasana, because that is why we're curling in. We're hungry for that quiet. And yet, we do need to get ourselves moving, and that makes that final rest all the more valuable. So again, we're going to open through the shoulders to lift the chest, broadening through the throat, and opening through the front of the thighs so that the front body is bright, held, warm. Fantastic. So a strap and a blanket and 2 blocks will be nearby. We'll start on hands and knees. If you like to pad your knees for your cat-cow, then set yourself up. And I'll start there too. Everything that we are doing with the intention of returning to ourselves. And sometimes I can get a little too familiar with a heavier-hearted self. And eventually I realize this simply isn't me. So tuck your chin and let your heart rise. I get hungry for my inspiration. Tuck your chin, drop your head, press the base of your thumbs into the floor, spreading your upper back. And just pause right there, a little further, a little more tuck of the chin, open the back of the heart, wag your tail, turn the chin, and then releasing, roll the tail back, the heart up, and pause here, pulling your hands towards your knees, tucking your toes under, lengthening up under the throat, like you're pulling back on the string of a bow, and then let go and round, press down, press away, flatten out the tops of your feet, and then return, tuck your toes, arch your back, round, feet flat, arch, tuck toes, so that you're moving all the way from your hands and your feet, and your spine is just following along. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm so happy that you're here. Open and close, open and close. So let it be big and notice. Let it be a scan through the spine. Where is it a little less mobile? 3, 2, good. And we'll find neutral with the toes tucked under, knees just so slightly wider so you can circle your hips. Big. Let the head follow wherever it will go. And you plant your hands and you plant your knees, and from there, can you circle through the outer ribs? Can you have a little bit of a cat-cow that continues? And as you go, can it loosen up your breathing through the chest, through the throat? 3 and 2. Good. And 1, and reverse your direction. At first, just finding the circle of your hips, and then bringing that circle into your rib cage, and bringing that circle right to the top of your head. And just starting to enjoy yourself in your body again. Big or small. 3, 2. Now back down the center, a little lighter. And notice what's changed. And the breath might have a little more space. 3, 2. Good. Turn your left thumb forward and your left finger's left. So that your thumb points forward on your left hand and your right hand thumb points to the left, so that the hands are at a 90-degree angle on the mat. And try to broaden your shoulders and open the upper back, the base of your neck. And then turn the left thumb again. So the left fingers turn towards your left knee and the right fingers point away from the right knee. And we're opening through the palm and through the left forearm and through the left shoulder. And 3 and 2. And turn your left fingers forward. Turn your right thumb forward. Turn your right fingers right. Try to draw your hands apart and keep moving, making a little current, a little heat. Flush the breath. Right, turn with your right hand. Right fingers turn right. Right fingers point to the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2. Excellent. And turn your fingers forward. Widen your knees. Come to child. Walking your fingers forward. Come up onto your fingertips. Your palms off the floor. Your elbows off the floor. Your tail back. And then your head drops right down the middle. Really straightening your arms. And as you firm your arms, feel the space of your mid-back. And just rising up, planting your left hand, right hand comes high, and hand behind your head, elbow to wrist, roll down, roll open, roll down, roll open. And you're opening only as far as your chest and shoulders allow, just finding a turn for 3, 2. And the right hand comes high up to the top. Bring your right palm to the top of your left hand. Sit your hips back and roll your right shoulder down, your right hip down. That's exhalation. Roll your right shoulder up, rise up, hand high. There's inhalation. So fold down and roll down and fold in. And roll open, rise up, inhale, exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay, normal breathing. So we're building a little bit of a counted breath because it helps increase the capacity inside our chest. Rise up, right hand down, left hand sweeps up high. Hand behind your head, elbow to wrist, roll down, elbow up high, roll in, exhale, inhale. And hand high. So the left hand opens, hips back, left hand forward, left palm on right hand, left shoulder down, left hip back, that's breath out. Left shoulder up, left hand high, hands, knees, that's breath in. So exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, stay. And as we use the count of our breath to extend the breath, when we let go, that extension carries through us. Good, rising up. Fold your blanket in half so that you can find a cross-legged seat just for a moment, and we'll use the breath. We used this last week as well. So sitting up tall, we'll use the breath. As you increase your inhalation, you spread the ribs, and the ribs are connected to the spine. And so as you deepen your breath, you're actually lengthening your spine. And as you lengthen your spine, you're able to have better communication from the limbs of your body back into the axis of your body. So right hand down, left hand up, over. This is inhale, reach, elbow to rib, bringing it down, finger to floor. This is out. So inhale, same side. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same side. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out, 2, 3, 4. Other side. Right hand up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down. Use the breath into the right side lung to open the space of the ribs and the spine. Last up. And down. Good. Sit tall. Notice the space of your sides and the space in your mind. That's our aim. We're sitting a little taller. Interlace your fingers, press your hands away. Hands up high, heart comes through. Round your back and bring your knuckles towards your heart. That's breath out. So inhale up and exhale round. And up and round. And up and round. 3 more. Stay rounded, palms together, elbows wide, tuck your chin, stay rounded, elbows wide, stay and breathe right here. And feel that the breath will open the mid-back. You can do a little bit side to side, open the space between the shoulder blades, tuck your chin, get up under the upper back. And then as you let go, hands press out, sitting up tall, and stay tall. Little shimmy. Let your heart come up, but your low ribs drop back. Find the back of your seat and the front of your heart. The back of your seat and the front of your heart. Bring your thumbs up higher and your pinkies back. Open your arms. Open your elbows. Find the back of your seat. Find the front of your heart. Deep breath in. 3 more. Lift your chin. And feel the length of your spine now sweep wide. And down. This brightening we feel is just a return to who we are. Let's let it move a little more. Find your down dog. Unfold your blanket right where it was. You have padding for your knees, and we will do 3 sun salutations in the form of C, which means your right foot steps forward, your left knee comes down, and let your hands rise up high and then drop back for 3. Inhale up and exhale down. The space you've made through the ribs, through the chest, bring it into the hips. Good, one more time, hands up high, and just interlace your fingers, same way, palms high, and the hips continue a little forward, a little back. A little forward, a little back. As you come forward, go slowly, hands up high and a little to the right. 3. So it's not about how far forward I go, it's pressing my left foot down, my left hip forward, my left hand goes right. Good, hands up high, hands down, step up, and pause. Hands up the backs of your legs, sweep wide, unfold. Catch the interlace of your hands and go right again. Left heel down, go right again. Left heel down. Shake out the left knee, open the left side, and come upright, sweeping wide down the backs of your legs. The right foot steps back, the right knee comes down, you sweep your hands up high, and you drop them back. And you start to clear the way. Maybe big, maybe small. And then interlacing your fingers, hips continue to move. Press your right foot down, and that brings your right hip a little further forward, opening through the front of your right thigh. And as you come forward slowly, hands up high, a little to the left. So I'm not bent into my left knee nearly as far as I could, and I'm just leaning to the left and pressing my right toes down. And then hands down, step back, down dog. Good. Step your right foot up, put your left knee down, hands up high, inhale. Hands coming down, exhale, step your left foot up and fold in. Unfold, sweep wide, and fold back down. Left foot steps back, left knee down, hands up high, inhale. And exhale, fold down. Step back, down dog. And the left foot steps up and the right knee comes down and the hands come up high. And fold. Step up, fold in, unfold. And fold down. And step back. Right foot, right knee down, hands up high. And fold. Down dog. Right foot, left knee, hands high, inhale up. And fold down. Stepping up, unfold. So we'll change it so slightly. Left foot back, right foot back, knees down to the floor. Press back, child's pose. Good. Bring your hands back to your heels. Lift your body and sweep your hands wide and high. Hands forward and down to the mat. Draw yourself forward and through. Little wag of the tail. Tuck your toes, down dog. And lead with your right foot. Right foot forward, left knee down, hands up high, just as we did. And then fold down, left foot steps up, fold in to meet it. Unfold. Fold down. Right foot steps back, right knee down. Hands up high. And fold to the floor. Down dog. To high plank. To knees down. To child's pose. Hands to heels. Hands up high. Reaching forward to child. Slide through. Inhaling up. And folding down dog. Left foot leads. Right knee down. Hands up high. And fold. Right foot steps up. And rise. And folding, left foot leads. And left knee down. And rise. Exhale down, step back, down dog. High plank, knees down, fold back. Hands to heels, rise up, hands up, and fold. Come through. Heart high, and down dog. Right foot leads, left knee comes down. Hands up high. And fold. Left foot steps. Unfold. Hands high. And fold. Right foot leads. Keep the right knee off the floor. 2 hands high. And fold. Stepping back to dog. To plank. To knees down. Child's pose. Last one. Hands to heels. Hands up high. Rising top. Child fold down. And draw through. Chest open. Heart high. Down dog. Good. Left foot leads, right knee down. Hands up. And fold. Stepping up. Unfold. Folding down, left foot leads, but no left knee down. So keep the left knee high and hands up high. And fold down. Step back dog. To plank. To knees. Take a block. Set it between your heels. Sit back. Hands on thighs. If you need 2 blocks, set 2 blocks up. And again, hands come up high. Interlace your fingers. Pinkies are back. And this tends to make the ribs rock out. So bring your low ribs back. Find the back of your seat. And the hands up high, tuck of the chin. So there's a long straight line rather than a bow. There's a line. And again, we round the back, bring the knuckles into the chest and sweep up. And exhale. And inhale. So we'll go 10. And it's a little bit taller now. Root your seat down and your hands up for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Good. Left hand to your left thigh, right hand makes a big back circle. 3, 2, right hand high, bend your elbow and touch the top of your shoulders where they meet your neck. Left hand holds your right elbow, go up. So your right elbow is rising into your left hand. Sit your seat into the back of your pelvis. Turn your chin to the right shoulder, and then your left hand down to the floor, and your right hand opens up high. Good. Bend your elbow, look down. Straighten your elbow, look up. Bend your elbow, look down. Straighten your elbow, look up. And you'll sweep your right hand wide and bring your right elbow under your left to clasp your left wrist. Tuck your chin and round and drop in and drop in and tuck your chin. Now can you begin to bring your elbows into your belly button, bring your hands towards your knees, tuck in, tuck in, tuck in, tuck in. Soften and open the upper back, the low back, a little bit side to side. Tuck in, elbows towards navel, hands towards knees. So that as you come back up, release your hands to thighs and notice the space through the upper back across the chest and collarbones. Right hand stays to right thigh, left hand big back circles. And then left hand high, bring your palm to the base of your neck, elbow up. Right hand holds left elbow, go up and a little to the right. Sit back into your seat, back and down into the back of the pelvis, up and out of the left hip, right to the shoulder, right to the elbow. Softening from your elbow to your shoulder, the line of the tricep all the way down through the base of your diaphragm. And then the right hand down to the floor, and the left hand straightens looking up. Bending your elbow, look down. Straightening your elbow, look up. So palm to the base of your neck, looking down. Reaching up. Sweep your left hand wide, body upright. Bring the left under the right so the left hand can hold the right wrist. Make the right hand into a fist as you can, elbows up. Now round the low belly back and in. Round the elbows into the body, go slowly. Let your arms be heavy. Let yourself collapse in and be bound. So relaxing the arms and holding that bind. Your chin is heavy into the chest. The elbows are heavy into the navel. The hands are heavy toward the knees. Tuck of the chin, tuck of the chin. You're curling in, and this is opening the upper back. Swing a little bit side to side. Uncoil, sit down into the seat. The seat will lift the elbows, will lift the heart, will lift the head. Uncoil, eyes closed, hands on thighs, notice. You'll feel the spine continue to unfurl. Imagine a fern. Uncoil, uncoil, right to the top of the head. The base of the stem is the seat in the ground. And then coming to hands and knees, you can set your block aside and find those big circles that we had initially. Find the center, reverse. And find the center and cat-cow for 5. So that you're creating this line of clarity, navel to heart, heart to throat, out the hands, out the head. 3, 2, 1. Good. You take that a little bit deeper, a little spicier. Lift your hips. Walk your feet to the left and cross your left in front of your right and bring your knees down. So you've crossed your left knee in front of your right. Widen your feet, sit your hips back. There's your breath out. Inhale, rise up. That's 3. Fold down. As you go, rinse out the tension of your hips and your legs and lengthen your arms and rise up. And that's 2. Wag the tail, turn the chin. You got 1 more. We're going to fold back. All the way out through the hips, through the spine, through the hands. And come up. Loosen the tail. Now, circle the hips clockwise, as though you were stirring a pot with your seat. As loose as you can be. So that the movement of your hips is also getting all the way into your spine and into your expression. 3, 2, 1. Neutral. Tuck toes down dog. And cross your right in front of your left. Knees come down. Widening your feet, your right knee is in front of your left. Let your hips fall back. And there's your breath out. Rising up tall, lengthen the spine. There's the breath in. And 2 more. So that you're taking the opening you've made through the upper back and you're bringing it down through the spine into the low back and across the back of the pelvis. And fold. Rising counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. And just inviting your body to be a little juicier. Can you get it further away than just the hips? Can you get it into the spine and down into the hands and out into the expression? Can you run it through last week? And can you rinse out your plans for the week ahead? And just come right into this, this, this. 1 more. Good. And your dog and walk it out. And then your feet are open and your knees are soft and your arms are long. And your dog can be your home.
Dropping your head, broadening through the shoulders, anchoring through the thumbs. Roll your upper arms back. Roll your hands, the base of your knuckles, into the floor. Wrapping the inner thighs back and the outer feet down. One more. We put it together so simply. Right foot up to the right thumb, left knee down to the floor. Put the top of the left foot flat. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. And again, that little bit forward and back. Little bit forward and back. So that you know that you're in command of how far you come forward or back. And now bring your knuckles down. Broaden the chest. Turn to the chin. Knuckles down. Turn to the chin. Work your knuckles a little lower, your palms a little closer, and then the front knee bends. Inhale, bring it back up. Turn of the chin, knuckles down, firming the arms, bending. Now, if that's not possible, you would take your strap and have it about hip distance and simply straighten the arms and turn the palms so they face one another. This will open through the collarbones and you bend your knees. So with the clasp or with the strap, front leg lifts you upright, so my left hip is over my left knee. Lift your hands. Ha. Good. Now bend the front knee slowly. 3. Lift the hands. A little more. 2. Lift the hands hard up. Bend the right knee. Lift the hands. Top of the back foot down. Left foot forward. Tailbone forward. And then hands down, tuck chin, let go. Down dog. Feel the space across the chest, the upper back. And the left foot will step up and the right knee will come down and the right top of foot comes flat. So coming up, interlace your fingers. And just start without the strap as you can, just to feel it out. Your elbows might be bent. You come a little forward and a little back. Coming back, my right hip is over my right knee. This opens through the thigh. Bending, it brings the opening higher. Bending more, it brings the opening higher. So be aware that we want to really keep this lower down in the body right now. So turn the chin, knuckles down. And knuckles down, firm the arms, turn the chin. So the turning of the chin is releasing tension of the upper back and the jaw. Bend your knee, press the top of your back foot down, send your right hip forward, and you start to lift through the back of the hands. Again, if you need to, it's a great place to use a strap. The strap is hip distance wide. Turn your palms to face each other. Roll the shoulder blades back, bending your front knee slightly. Lift your hands away from the body. So press your right shin into the floor. Lift your heart, square your right hip forward, lift your hand. Firm the arms. And feel the deliberation that's necessary to keep the form. And trust the bind of your hands and let the front knee bend. Let the heart come high, let the hands come high. Ha. And then the hands come down, the strap comes down, and you step back, down dog. Arms are out long, walk out your dog. Turn your head. Again, any residual pressure through the shoulders or the chest or the throat, turn of the head. Bring your right hand and tap your shoulder, put it down. Left hand, tap your shoulder, put it down, press away, drop your head. So it's sort of like walking your dog. Right hand lifts, tap your shoulder. Left hand lifts, tap your shoulder. And then both hands down and away, heart high. Excellent. You'll step your right foot up, and as you do, put both blocks inside your right foot. And the left hand comes back, warrior 1, warrior 2. Straightening up, hands up high. And bend your front knee, warrior 2. So the space you've made across the collarbones, see if you can reach from the sternum across your collarbones and out into your fingertips. Go one more time. Reaching up, strong through the back heel, bend your front knee and stay tall. tall. So everything you've made so far, making this posture, right elbow to right thigh, left hand over the top. Take a beat. Stand in the left heel to open the front of the left thigh. And then warrior two, widening and reversing. Straighten the front leg, wag the tail. Come up, come out of the right hip. And bend your right knee, stay where you are. Warrior two, let it out. We'll go one more time. Elbow to thigh, come over the top. Plant your left heel. Warrior two, and return by reversing. Straighten your right leg, come up out. And now slowly bend the right knee. Right knee goes right, left heel goes down. 3. Broad across the collarbone. Imagine that strap behind your back. 2. Up under the throat, bend your right knee. And the right hand down to the blocks. So your little dipper, left hand over the top. Glue your knee to your outer arm. Glue your outer arm to your knee. And hug the right knee in. Stand in both heels and from the pelvis, radiate in all directions. 3. Stand in that back heel. 2. And then the left hand comes down and you step back. Down dog. I'm just turning so you can see me. Left foot steps up. Blocks come inside the front foot. The back heel comes down and warrior two. So your back toes are turned to 2 o'clock. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, come down. So you're clarifying your feet here. Press down into your feet to lift up into your heart. Bend your left knee. Knee goes left. One more. Rising. And descend. So that the legs, back heel is down, front heel is down, front knee is forward, back heel is back. Elbow to thigh, right from those legs. Over the top. Now from your right hip to your right heel, there's your anchor. From there, lift to warrior two. From there, reverse your warrior and slowly straighten the left leg, wag your tail, come out of that left hip. Keep that levity, warrior two. Elbow to thigh. Hips fit right between the heels. And then warrior two. Reversing. Straightening out of the front leg. Come up, out, come up, out. Keep that lift and bend your left knee. Plug from your right hip to your right heel. Opening the left side body, up, out, broaden the collarbones. And warrior two, left hand down to the block. From your right hip to your right heel, press down so that you open from your right hip to your right hand. Glue your left inner knee to your left outer arm. And hugging there, you feel your navel engage and you feel the whole posture is stable. So knee to arm, arm to knee. And looking down and setting down. Good. Set your blocks forward, find your down dog. Wag of the tail. Wag of the tail. For 3. Thumbs down, outer shoulders back, arms open, hands and legs extend into the floor. Space across the upper back, inner thighs roll back. Walk your feet to your hands. Big bend in the knees, press down to stand tall. Wag it, shake it. So there's definitely an opening across the chest. There's a clarification from the hip to the heel. Draw your right knee to your chest. Right knee comes up, left heel goes down, just finding your balance. Shoulder blades gather behind you, navel gathers in, and then left heel goes down.
So you really feel the fortification of the upper back gathering, the navel gathering, and the left heel down. And then let it go and notice, palms open, there's a relief that when the downward action is clear, the upward action is clarified. Right heel down, left knee to chest. Interlace your fingers, bring the left knee up and the right heel down. Shoulder blades, navel, right heel. And set down. Notice. Let it run its course. A little more buoyancy as you get clearer down through the roots. The heart comes up. Good. Back circles. Clear it out. Back circles. Shake the hands. Bend your right knee. Catch the top of your foot behind you. Left hand to left hip. So bringing your knees towards one another, pressing the top of your foot into your hand, just like on the mat. When you press your foot into your hand, it squares your right hip forward. Left hand high. So we're not folding, we're using the left heel as our anchor, and the right hip comes forward because we're pressing the top of the foot into the hand. And then set it down and notice, let it run its course. Just let go, and there's almost more than a buoyancy, you're being lifted up. So, same thing, weight to the right foot, holding the top of the left foot, right hand, right hip, left knee down. Pressing into the top of the left foot brings the left hip forward, opening across the pelvis. Right heel down, navel in, shoulder blades to the back. Right hand high. So top of the left foot, press into the hand, hand press into the foot. Sends the left hip forward. Right heel down. And then letting go, foot to the floor. It's the release of the bind. Heels down into the floor, toes long through the foot. Give it a moment. And full. Set your blocks so that if your right foot was in the center of your mat, your blocks would be in front by a block's length and to the right. So it's just outside of the line of your little toe. Step your left foot back. Your right hand comes onto the blocks. And you may need one, you may need two. You can set them on their edge. I'm going to have one. And we're going to come into half moon. So a half step forward. Press down into the foot. Before you really let go with your left hand, adjust so that your right hand is underneath your right shoulder. And then wrap your right hip under your left and your left hand to your left hip. Stand in the left heel. Fantastic. So bring your left foot down to the floor, your right hand high. Reverse warrior. Come out. And we'll do that 2 more times. Sweep forward, right hand down. Lift your left heel, left hand on hip. There's 2. So feel the legs press into the heels, just like our standing practice. And then foot to the floor. Hands up high, reverse. Open it all. And now right hand down. Lift your left heel off, left hand high. Press into your heels. Ha. Open your collarbones. This may be your work, or bend your left knee and catch the top of your left foot. Work as it's appropriate to you. If so, press into the left hand, left hip forward, left heart high, stay 3.
Stand in your right heel and let the whole front body open. Stay two. Can you let your toes be long on your standing foot? And then releasing, hand high, foot down, hand down, down dog, step back. And the left foot steps up. And the block comes under the left hand. And you lift your right heel, and before you lift off, just check. If you were to put your left hand squarely underneath your left shoulder, where would the block be? And then roll your right hip up and over your right hip up over the left hip. And then roll the right hip open. Find the posture from the base. And now bring your right foot to the floor. Reverse your warrior. And just grow accustomed to this transition so that you're not afraid to come in and out. Lift your heel. Roll your right hip open and your left heel down. Stand in both heels, broaden the chest, move from the navel. And then foot to the floor, reverse your warrior one more time, all the way up and open. And keeping that length, left hand down, heel high, hand high, pausing in your half moon, or bend your right knee back, catch the top of your right foot, and press into the hand with your foot to send your right hip forward, to open the right collarbone, to stand in your left heel. And release. And the hand down and the foot down and the down dog, and you step back, pause. Big bend of the knees, lift your heels, lift your hips, heels back and down. Drop your head. Bend of the knees, pull your heels over your toes, lift your hips up higher, back and down. Right foot steps up, left knee stays high. Drop your left heel to the floor, and then hands back and high. You'll find warrior one leaning forward. Bend your elbows. Here's breath out. And arms out. Here's breath in. We go 3. And in. And 2. And you're rooting into the navel. And you're really clearing the back leg. And you go 1 more. Now hands down. Look forward. Step up. Pause. And just let it through. Let the energy move through the left side body, through the foot, the calf, the thigh. And the other side, folding down, stepping back, start in your dog. Bend in your knees. Lift your heels high, lift your hips high, heels back and down. Just that little wave, bending the knees, heels up, hips up, back and down. Excellent. The left foot steps up, the back heel comes down, take your hands wide, high, and now adjust, leaning forward, arms, shoulders, hips, heel, one line. Bend your elbows, there's exhale. Reach out forward, there's inhale, 3. So from your right hip to your right heel, plug in, there's 2. Reaching. Thumbs back, heart high, standing tall. And step up and let go. Finding Tadasana. Heels down, toes long. The energy of your body is free. As you come down to the floor, turn your blanket lengthwise.
so that when you sit, the full length of your spine is supported, so the backs of your hips are there, the tops of your shoulders are supported, and your hands are open. And you notice your heels come underneath your knees. Your hands come down flat beside you. Stand in your heels and peel your spine up off the floor. Tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Finding a simple bridge. Heels are down, inner thighs down. Roll down through the spine. That's exhale. Roll up through the spine. There's inhale. And we'll roll down, exhaling out. Rolling up. Rolling down. 2 more. Letting your tail be very, very last. Exploring the width across your hip bones. Pause when you're tall. Right hand overhead. Stand in your right heel and then change. Left hand overhead. And then both down and roll down through the spine and pause. Turn your palms open. Notice the brilliance of your front body. Stand in your heels, peel your hips up, bring your hands up overhead. Here's inhale, get a little bit bigger. Roll down, hands down. There's exhale, just 2 more of those. Roll up, inhale up. And then roll down. 1 more, big breath in and up. And then roll all the way down and sweep your hands wide this time. Heels wide, knees fall in, and feel how the energy is shifted up into the chest, to the arms, to the hands, to the throat and the face. That we begin to return ourselves to ourselves. That the practice of yoga is a return. Bring your knees to your chest, your hands to your shins. Heels come up high, flex your feet, hands go overhead, legs straighten as you can. The body's firm and clear, your palms face the ceiling, the backs of the hands in the floor, the fingernails in the floor. This is inhale. Bend your knees, lift your head and shoulders, hold your shins. This is exhale. So slowly roll up, roll open. If you don't need to hold your shins, reach your hands towards your heels and use your abdominal muscles to hug your knees in, and then inhale coming up, and we're going to make that first into a count of 4 and then 6. So out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels up, 2, 3, 4. Heels down, 2, 3, 4. Up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 2, 3. Good. Heels up high, hands up high. Pause. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Good. Hands widen. Take a block and set it between your knees. So it's lengthwise, just below the bulge of your joint. Arms wide. And on your exhalation, you're rocking towards the right hip, right knees toward the floor. And inhale back up. And right knee down. You're hugging the block as you go down, and you're hugging the block as you come up.
You're only going as far as your low back can support, but you are creating strength in the belly and the back. Bring it back up. Now heels up high. So bend your knees, drop your knees across. Roll up through center, heels up high. Last time, the knees fall to the right side, and your right hand comes to the outer left knee, and your left hand sweeps overhead, skims along the floor, and down towards your hips. Sweep along the floor up overhead, and then skim along the floor back down. One more. With your left arm out wide, stay still. Your right arm is heavy. Little hug of the inner knees towards the block. The knees spin down, the heel spins up. And release to the center. Take the block, feet flat, pause a beat, and just let yourself uncoil. Block between your knees. If it serves you, if it doesn't serve you, set it down or set it to the left side so you get a bit of a target to aim for with your left knees. Drop left, there's your breath out. Inhale, center. Take your time dropping left. You are returning back to the navel after the journey up through the arms and the shoulders and then back down into the legs. We are returning to the navel, spinning ourselves back home, internalizing our energy so that it doesn't escape and simply disperse as our practice concludes. So thighs down, right hand reaches, sweeping wide and down, and sweeping up. And sweeping wide and down, sweeping up. Sweep your right arm wide and pause. Oh. The knees go down, the heels float up so slightly, navel to spine, and turn your navel to the right side waist. And then back into the center. Now set the block aside. Let your legs walk out. And pause a beat. Last place to go. It's just a simple forward fold that really helps the pelvis and the spine. So roll up, fold your blanket in half, as though building for a seat. So I have a long, thick rectangle. Take your blocks under the backs of your knees. If they need to be higher, stand them up. And toes are up and hands are up. As you fold, draw your elbows back, palms face the floor. As you straighten, hands up high, there's inhale. So leaning forward, elbows back, tuck of the chin, you're opening through the chest, and then your hands come up high. And the little bend in your knees gives you a little more hinge at the hip. Good. Now with your hands up high, if you need to fold with the block supporting you, you may keep them. Or if when you fold, you can allow your legs to be straight, sitting with your hips at the very edge of the blanket, hands up high, and we'll fold towards the thighs. So blocks if needed, and then hands up high. Again, we're using the navel to support the low back. And we're rising tall. Folding down. Rising up. Last one. So that you can fold down. Hands on either side or hands on blocks as needed. You can prop your forearms. If your forearms meet the floor, hands to heels. If you need the blocks under your knees, set yourself up. And we've got about 30 seconds just to fold. And using the inhalation, making space between the ribs, you can shimmy a little side to side. Making space through the back of the body. Making quiet. And rising up. Using this as your seat. Find a cross legs. Notice the quiet you may have made. And we'll return to the 6 count breath. We're going to add a hold. So we'll set it up, going 6 counts in, 6 counts out to either side, using the body as a metronome to help us find our breath. And then we'll find a hold at the peak of the inhalation, and then we'll find a hold at the peak of the exhalation, and we'll just be very still in those moments. And then we won't use the body, we'll just use the count of the breath. We'll notice how this brings the energy we've awakened in the physical body into our inner organs, into our nervous system, into our perceptions, and into our belief that we are stable, radiant souls. So fingertips to the floor, legs crossed as it suits you, hips higher if they need to be, use your blocks if you need to. And the left hand comes up, inhale, 3, 4, 5, 6, exhale down, close your eyes, 5, 6, right hand up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach with the right in. And down. Reach with the left. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Empty. 2, 3, 4. Reach right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reach left. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale right.
Pause. Exhale right. Pause. In left. Pause. Exhale left. Pause. Don't move. Inhale. Pause full. Exhale. Pause. In. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause tall. Exhale, navel to spine. Pause still. One more. Pause tall, heart up. Exhale. Pause, navel to spine. Normal breathing. Feel the freedom. This is your true self, your sweet, golden, expansive field, free of impressions and pasts and plans. So one option is to stay right here. We will be here together just for another 3-4 minutes. And after that, you may unfold into a warm, covered Shavasana. And we'll stay there for 10 minutes. Or you may stay seated for your next 10 minutes. But everything we've done with the physical body, that was preparation for right now. Everything we've done with the breath, that was preparation for right now. Now begins our yoga. So very gently, wherever you are, whatever you've chosen, make sure that you're warm enough. If you would choose your Shavasana, I would offer a support for the backs of the knees. If you have a bolster, put the bolster under the backs of your knees. If you don't have a bolster, take your blocks make a wall end to end, and then take your blanket and go over those blocks, giving yourself a little bit of height and resting here. It's not great for a long Shavasana, but it will do for 10 minutes. And then any kind of covering, and any kind of covering for your eyes. So setting yourself up that you'll be warm. And then settling back and giving yourself 10 minutes to be at rest. Any final adjustments, it's fine. Lift and lower your heels. Let your legs drop more fully into the mat. A turn of the chin side to side, finding the balance on the back of your head, supporting the back of your head if needed. Beginning to soften your body on your exhalation. A surrender, a trust. The earth can hold you. As though as you breathe out, the ground rises to meet you, to catch you. Notice the weight of your clothes on your body, the temperature of your skin. You notice the beat of your heart. You trust that heart, that beat, that rhythm. And the more you trust that rhythm, the more the body releases the tension of interconnective tissue, posture. Just let the body release. And feel the rhythm of your heart. If you have more time, stay longer. Really, 20 minutes a day is the recommended daily dose of Shavasana. And your mind might get busy. And then you just notice the weight of your body and you let go a little more. And as your body releases, your mind releases. Ideas and reminders slip away. Concluding by deepening our breathing, effortlessly feeling your capacity now is greater than before. At the peak of your inhale, we'll find the syllable ma, a long humming M, and then the sigh of an ah at the end, and we'll do it 3 times. Deep breath in. Hands overhead. Out through the feet, a wag of the tail. Bring your right foot in and pause. Bring your left foot in and pause. Roll to your right side. And one more ma on your side. Inhale, full, full, full. Ma. Roll up. Find a cross-legged seat. Sweep wide as you arrive. Interlace your fingers, press up, tuck your chin, round your back. 2 more, sweep up. And up. Hands wide, let it go. Bring it up, 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 palms together, thumbs to the forehead center. And 3 ohms. A in the belly, U in the chest, M in the head, call it up. Om. Sweep wide. One more. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, perfect peace. Om Shanti. Namaste, my loves. Thank you for your practice. Have a fantastic Saturday, Sunday, or whenever it is you use this or replay this. There are bits all in between. You can use the sound. Anytime you get a little bit sticky, use that ma. The mother syllable, the creative syllable, the sound of release. And it's a construction in the you're bringing it forth, and then you're dissolving it, breaking it down. All of it. We make it, we set it free. So use it well, go out into the world, be bright, be strong, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for your practice, for showing up, for using this time for yourself. It will affect everything else. This is why we come. Back tomorrow at 8 a.m., 8 to 9, Asana and Kundalini. We'll start the week. Sat Nam.